Good morning, church. Back again with our little known Black History fact. This week's little known Black History fact is about Phillis Wheatley, a slave and a poet. A pioneering African-American poet, Wheatley was born in Senegal, Gambia around 1753. At the age of 8, she was kidnapped and brought to Boston on an enslaved person ship. Upon her arrival, John Wheatley purchased her. Under the family's direction, Wheatley, who was at customs at the time, adopted her master's last name, was taken under their wing. Her quick intelligence as work hard to miss a result, Susanna and her 2 children taught Wheatley to read and was actively encouraged in her literary pursuits by the household. Wheatley received lessons in theology, English, Latin, and Greek, ancient history, and was soon folded into the teachings, as were lessons in mythology and literature. At the time when African Americans were discouraged and intimidated from learning how to read and write, Wheatley's life was an anomaly. She published her first poem in 1767 and her first volume of verse, Poems on Various Subjects, Religious and Moral, in 1773. Having been freed from slavery, she struggled financially, unable to find a publisher for her volume of poems. In 1778, she married a free American born from Boston, John Peters, with whom she had 3 children, all of whom died in infancy. Ultimately, Wheatley was forced to work as a maid in a boarding house and lived in a squalor. Wheatley did continue to write, but growing tensions with the British and ultimately the Revolutionary War weakened enthusiasm for her poems. While she contracted various publishers, she was unsuccessful in finding support for a second volume. Wheatley died in the early 30s in Boston, Massachusetts on December 5th, 1784. Phillis Wheatley, through all of your trials and tribulations, we thank you for the poetry you left us with. Gone too soon. You are our little known Black History fact for this week. Thank you for your contributions to poetry.